Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In the last video, if you remember, I asked you to research why Ultratech Cement is having a P multiple of 31 and ACC is having a P multiple of 60. I told you to see if whether ACC is considered to be a better company than Ultratech, because that is what generally means when we give a higher P multiple to an organization. We generally say that if we are giving a higher P multiple, then the company's growth prospects are relatively higher compared to the other organization. And in this video, I will try to make you understand that what is actually happening. So if you see the financials of Ultratech, if you see the profit and loss, so if you see that the operating profit margin is from March to March 22, it's around 20%, 23%. So it's approximately around 20, more than 20%. In rare cases it has become 19, 18, but generally around more than 20%. But if we compare it with ACC, ACC's profit and loss is around 19%, 19%, 13, 14. So it has never gone beyond 20%. Okay. So the first thing which we saw, that from a financial performance point of view, I see Ultratech performing relatively better. Second, if we see the compounded sales growth, profit growth, stock price, return on equity, so it has a sales growth of 11, 12, profit growth, CAGR 14%, price, and 13%. Whereas if we compare it with ACC, it has a sales growth of only 5%, profit growth of only 4%, CAGR 7, and return on equity 13%. So nowhere comparing the financials, I find ACC a better company than Ultratech. If we see the current latest quarters also, last past 2-3 years quarter also, if you see ACC is having a operating profit margin of same 16, 13, 17, almost in most cases less than 20. But if we see Ultratech has a profit margin of 20, 25, 26, 28. So again, Ultratech is showing relatively better. Even if you see the latest September quarter, Ultratech, there has been a downtrend in the profit. Like it was more than 1,000 crores before, and if you see the recent quarter, it is gone to 759 crores. But still, it is making profit. Whereas if you see in ACC, the company for September quarter has made declared a loss of 87 crores. Right. So by this, and there are few other things which you can check, but we can relatively conclude that ACC is not better than Ultratech. Maybe we can consider it at par, but I don't think so in my case. But not better than Ultratech. And if you want to know that why September quarter had a poor performance compared to other months, then you'll if you read the investor presentation which I was talking about, you'll see that this was mainly because of the power and increase in power and fuel cost, which they could not, because of the increase in coal prices, global coal prices, increase in pet coke prices, because of the shortage of supply of energy from Russia, and also the thermal coal plants are being run in Europe, and that is why there has been an increase in the cost, which has led to a loss. Although Ultratech has still turned out to be fairly better, and still tried to make a healthy profit out of it, right? Post analyzing the financials of Ultratech and ACC, we can relatively conclude that Ultratech is a better company. However, let's now try and understand that why Ultratech has a P multiple of 30, whereas ACC has a P multiple of 60. In order to do that, we'll understand it with the help of an example. Suppose we are analyzing an alcohol company which has a earning for financial year 2020 as 100 crores, and which is trading at a P multiple of 30, and the market value is around 3000 crores, right? In the year 2021, due to lockdown restrictions and production hamper, the company's earnings fall to 50 crores. Okay. Then what will be the impact in the price of the company? Will the market value of the organization fall just because there is a drop in the earnings for an year? The answer to this will be no, right? Because we are optimistic about the future of the alcohol industry, and just because due to some extraordinary circumstances like due to COVID and all, the if the earnings fall, we will still not value the company low, because in future we think that there are growth prospects for the organization. So in that case, the price will relatively be the same, whereas the P will increase, right? In case instead of 30, it will be showing a higher P multiple of 60 because of the abnormal earnings for that year, right? And again, in the next year, when the earnings are relatively stable and comes back, then again, if the P multiple is around 30, then the price will be around 3,300 crores, right? So this is a situation where P multiple misleads. Okay, when there has been an abnormal drop in the earnings of the organization. That's why if you see in the COVID period, also in the year FY21, there the P multiple was going relatively higher because the earnings fell down considerably. That does not mean that the valuations of the organizations have increased, right? That organizations are relatively very high valued. It's just because there was an abnormal earning for that year. That's why the P multiple was showing high. The same has happened with this cement industry as well. If you see, in case of ACC, for the quarter September 22, they have a negative earnings, and this was because of the increase in the coal prices. Also, monsoon has been also this was a period of monsoon where the demands are comparatively low, so the earnings fell considerably. From a positive earning growth rate, it became negative. And that's why if you see now, if you see the P chart, all of a sudden when the September quarter results were out, like right now, if you see, the earning per share is around 75, around 75, and this is the trailing 12 months return. So all the, like in the, like trailing 12 months, like September 20, yes, September 21 will be removed and September 22 will be added to, till when till the September 22 results were out, the EPS was going around 74, right? And all of a sudden, when the September results were out, when there was a negative earning, the EPS fell to 46 and the P went high, very high, and right now it is around 57, 58. In case of Ultratech, also similar thing happened. See, in Ultratech also the earnings fall from 1582 to 759, but the fall in earnings was relatively lower compared to ACC. And that's why if you see, in case of Ultratech also, from like the earnings were 249 before the September 22 results were out, and after that the earnings came down and the P increased to 31, 31. But the increase in P was comparatively less compared to ACC. So I hope you understood that how sometimes P misleads. What I will like you to do is that identify a similar commodity sector, and identify industry which are where you find similar thing happening, and let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.